we have done this. Okay, so we're talking about this. Salem, you're saying something, right? So now, what do you think? Why it is not allowing here when I try to add string?
Our strings is this 5, right? So we add the extra. I think it's extra.
Not extra. What did you say? String is?
Yeah, our string is over there just 0, 1 up to 5, right?
Yeah, correct. So there is no
How many
zero.
students we have? We have 5 students.
Yes, we have five students. Let's say we have six students. Okay, let's say I'll put six also. So I'll put six. Okay, now let's put some other name like Okay. So now I have six. Okay, but so why it is not
Oh,
allowing this one?
oh. We have to call, I think, by student number, student name, the ID.
No, no,
Now
this.
you are calling by RAM, right? It's name.
Yes, it's a name.
It is allowed to by calling by name or
No, no, not by name. So there's a
I
concept. I
think
think.
okay, maybe the because of student list, instead of if it was a student, you can do what
No,
and then also
here.
you put in a string, no?
Yeah, I put a string, but what it's supposed to be allowed? What is actually allowing? So
26.
student, okay, only student
Student,
objects
yeah,
it will allow. So when
exactly.
we are
Because
declaring,
of
right? When we're declaring, we are telling that this list only for student objects. This list
mhm.
will accept only student objects. When we are declaring this above list, right? This will accept only strings. Okay.
Yeah.
Something is removed here. So let me put this back. Here, let me put about this one. Let me correct. So this one, right? It will allow only the above one. We are saying, right, like above one it will allow only string,
Yeah,
right? It will allow only string.
yeah,
It doesn't allow any students. It will allow
exactly.
it will allow only string. So if we add string, then only it will allow like RAM. So we have
All the names will be
all
like
the names only it will
mhm,
accept. So why it is
yeah,
accepting only names? Because we're declaring, this is important to you need to notice. Okay, this while declaring this collection, we are telling that this will allow only
no,
string,
only strings, but
only
not
string,
numbers, not other
not
stuff. Yeah,
numbers, not
not
any
numbers.
objects,
Yeah.
in not student
Mm-hmm.
objects. Okay, this will
Yeah.
allow only this. Okay, so that is important to understand. That's why I asked that question. So
Okay.
now this last three objects. Okay, now, let's say here. So we are declaring this. What type of objects it will accept? Only student objects. It will
Yeah.
allow only students. It will not allow other than any student. It will not allow string.
A
Okay.
string.
It will not allow even numbers also. It will not allow. It
Mm-hmm.
will not allow like any boolean. It will not allow any other type except student.
A
So
student.
it will allow student like if you declare one more student object, it will allow that. Okay, student six. If we put student six with some other different ID and then different name, and this will allow student six will allow here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it
yeah,
will
that's
not.
that's what I'm saying. You didn't. I think you didn't understand me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I said we call Hill Ram, but we have to say student 6. I said
Oh,
like that.
okay, okay. You said like
Yeah,
that. Okay, might be I
yeah,
misunderstood. But you
yeah,
got the concept, right? Yo.
yeah,
So
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is
yeah.
trying
I
to
got
do.
it.
Yeah.
So it will allow only student objects. Yeah. So we have to take one more student and then that will accept. Correct. Yeah. So now we can iterate the same way, like while iterating. we can use either of this way. I will go with this, okay, with this approach, like advanced for loop, not advanced for loop, general for loop. Okay, displaying elements. What elements is student elements? It is student elements using for loop. So now what is the collection name here? Not string list. What is the collection name I have to put here? Can someone correct, like this for displaying student? Can someone suggest me like what I have to put here?
Instead of string
Student
list.
list, student
Student
list,
list,
right?
yes, student list I have to put, correct.
Student list instead of
Student
strings list.
instead of string list, and then here
Student
also,
list,
yes,
student
yes,
list.
yes, that's correct. Now it will print the student object directly. Let's see how it print. Okay, so so now if you see, so this above all display, like above all displayed all the first list. Now display student elements using for loop. So it display first Ram Paul and then Sam Paul and then Ram J. So all the details it printed, right, one after one, all the students these details. So
Yeah.
this is the way of iterating. Okay, so you can practice this program. So this is very important to understand this program. If you understand this, you are good in collection concepts. So the same thing will repeat for other collections also. Same way we add and we can actually we add and we will iterate the same way other collections. If you understand one collection which is array list, you are good for other collections. I'll put the same program in this document. You can practice the same. Okay, so you can just copy paste this whatever I put. Let me highlight with a different color so that you'll understand. We'll send this document after this class. I'll put in. So this highlighted like with the blue, that is today's execution, the program executed. This below one already I executed in last classes. Okay, so that you can even use that also, no problem. So now I am going to next collection, which is linked list. Do you understand this one, this program? Any questions in first program, array list? This is very important to understand, as I told. Let me open.
But I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You see, where you have written array list string list equal to new array list, right? If you don't write string in the Angular brackets, then you can add any kind, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Anything it will allow. But that is not a good idea, like to write, because it will fail code quality. Like once you write the code, right, it will actually there are tools in real time, the client side. So they will run the tools and check your code quality. So this will fail in code quality. Now it will allow anything, like I removed the string there. It will allow any number also. It will allow. No, it won't give any error, like when you allow. No, it did not give any errors. So earlier it given, because it is generic now. It is very plain. So it will allow any kind of object, whether integer, string, or student, any kind of object will allow. But that's not the good practice. Like it will fail code quality.
So Chandra, then what is the advantage of being homogeneous? I mean, if it heterogeneous, I mean, if you cannot.
Advantage, I'll tell you. You are creating one array list here. Okay. So you are restricting these two, like if you are adding, yeah, whatever it's like you can say type safety. So type safety is a real word actually. So we are type safety. So suppose, let's say there's a product names. Okay, you in real time product name list you are creating product names. Okay, so that collection, right, it has to store only product names. It should not allow other than product names. So if you allow, like generic, like any other type, okay, than a string. So in suppose if you declare here collection in one of the class 1, and if you pass this collection to some other class 10, okay, in the class 10, if someone try to add any number, it will still accept. and there is no control over the application. In real time, we'll have multiple classes, right? Not only one class. So since we are practicing the Java, we are actually thinking about only one class, which is a realist example in this case. In real time, there would be hundreds of classes. So in this same collection is circulated into multiple classes, and there is no control, like in which class, like what data type, what data is adding. So to more restrict, like to more basically more restricted. So this kind of type safety we will provide in real time. So for maintaining same unique kind of data.
Thanks.
Yeah, got it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any questions in this program? You Salem, you got it right? How it works, the array list. So we can declare array list in this way and add the elements, like using add method, and we can get the elements using get method. There are three ways. So this one is the standard way for loop, and nested advanced for loop also sometimes they use. Iterator rarely people use, actually. Is either one second or third way we can use to iterate, and that's the reason I use, like this student collection to iterate the second way. So, and you can even declare, like array list using student this way, like the type saved using student object, and then add student elements, and then we can iterate. You understand, right? Any questions in this?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much like the in JavaScript way, just like the way we're writing is different, but I think it's almost
Yeah.
the same. But definitely, I think after I practice, I will come up with a question.
Sure.
After
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
You can
But
practice.
overall, I think I understand, I got it, and I think sometimes when I practice, I always figure out something.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I'll move to next collection, which is linked list. Okay, so
Okay.
this is also same as array list. There's a little difference. So a linked list, if you see, right, so it is basically each element like linked to each other, like when you're trying to add one element inside, like student one, if you try to add, so each element is linked previous as well as next element. So that is what, like it's called it uses basically double linked list concept. So that way, like when you're trying to add new methods or new element, it will just add at last. Okay, it will not shuffle because all elements inside the linked list are linked to previous and as well as next. That is the reason when you try to add and remove elements, it will just, like when you try to add, it will basically at head it will add. When you try to remove, it will actually remove from the head also. So that way, like it doesn't need to maintain any indexes. So difference between array list and linked list: array list, as we saw, it maintains indexes basically. So when you try to add first element, it maintains 0, second element 1, third element 2, fourth element 3, like that. But in linked list, when you try to add elements inside the linked list, so it doesn't maintain any indexes. It just maintain, like the linkage. So when you try to first add, let's say like you're adding D first, it will just insert D as a first element. When you try to add C, it will link C to D as a next element, and it doesn't maintain any index. When you try to add B, so when it will link to C, and C are linked to D. So, and then when you try to add A, so A to B and B to C, like that it will link. When you try to add another element, it will just add it at the top, and it will just like link to the next element, and so that it doesn't need to maintain indexes. So no shuffling also. So that is the linked list concept. So I'll tell the definition now. It uses a double linked list to store the elements. It extends the abstract list and implement list and DQ also. It can contain duplicates. Array list also can contain duplicates. So I forgot to tell you one thing. So this array list can have duplicate elements. That means I can actually store the same data again and again. There is no issue here. Like it still display. Let's say if I put RAM here, so it will still allow so duplicates. So now when I try to run this program, So duplicate elements it will allow. So now if you see, it just display Ram 2 times, Rahim, John 1 time. So the same way, like it will allow duplicates. Even in this case, I can add student 1 here. I can add student 1 also.
So Chandra, did you give how did you give 3 names here? Did you put any that kind of construct?
Yeah, I have put the student already old one, which is already created. This constructor, like this is already
Constructor,
created
okay.
class. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Already earlier in our example we have created. So now what I'm trying to say here, like duplicate, it will allow array list will allow duplicates. Now here in this case, student 1 I added 2 times. So in my earlier example, this rom string I added 2 times. So now when I try to like run this, it will still accept, like there won't be any issue, and it will print the same duplicate 2 times. So that's what, like an array list will accept duplicates, will allow duplicates. The same way, a linked list also can contain duplicates, same as array list. And this also maintains insertion order, the way how we are inserting. So here also the way how we are inserting, same order it will maintain. So first it will store Sam, then Ram, this object. So same way, like first it will store Ram, Rahim, Jan, Ram, all this, like it will same order, whatever the insertion order you're doing, insertion order, the same order it will maintain. So the linked list also maintains same insertion order. It is also not synchronized, no random access. That means, like you cannot get randomly like the value, and manipulation is faster because, like when you add a remove, it doesn't require any shuffling, like it doesn't maintain indexes. That's about linked list, same as array list, but the only difference is array list actually doesn't, array list maintains indexes, linked list doesn't maintain indexes. So that, like it is faster for manipulation. That means when you're adding or removing the elements is faster compared to array list. So now I will run the program as array list. So the same, like if you ask me to run the linked list same way as array list, there is no difference. So the difference is, like iterating, it has the same get method, everything is same. Like I'll show with the linked list example now.
And then if it is the same, so it's like, I'm sure there is some sort of tiny difference that why we use it, right?
Difference is there. So what is the difference? Like when we are, suppose, let's say in requirements, your Java requirements. So if you want to iterate the collection in faster way, like if you want to get the data faster way, you can use array list. If you want to insert the data in faster way, linked list you can use. In most of the projects we use array list, we don't use the linked list. Okay, so that you can remember. But knowing the concept, you need to know linked list. So if you want to insert the data fast, we can use linked list. If you want to retrieve the data fast, you can use array list. That's the difference. Because it's internally, like internal mechanism is like that, right? So linked list, as I told, it actually maintains doubly linked list. So that is the reason it's a faster, like insert and delete. And array list maintains indexes. So that means, like that is way it is faster retrieving. So I just copy the same program and use a linked list instead of array list. It will work. There's no difference. Okay. So as I told, if you know array list concept perfectly, you are good to, like write the code for other collections also. So other collections, there's a conceptual difference. There's a concept is different, but the way how we are adding elements and retrieving the elements is same. And now what I'm going to do, I'm simply change to linked list this one. Okay, so instead of array list, I just imported. Okay, imported linked list. Let me try to import.
Is the linked list in a collection of array list too?
Oh,
I mean, like in the same group? or not?
Yeah, it is same group only. Why it is not allowing? 1 second. The type link will not generic. It can be parameter with the argument string. The import issue is coming. Okay. Yes. Do not turn to Java util package. The same thing. Yeah, Salem, you're asking something. Can you come again the question?
Oh no, I say like linked list is the same as an array group, like
Yes, yes, it's the
collection
same.
of array.
Yes, collection of array list group only. So it is, if you look at this chart, right? I was explaining. So this one list, linked list. If you look at the list, right? It is
Array,
same
yeah.
as array list, vector linked list. Same as
Vector list,
list
okay.
group. Okay.
Mm,
The set group
okay.
is different and map group is different.
Yeah,
List group,
yeah.
yeah.
I see.
Same as that. Yeah. I will just change to linked list. Let me run this program and explain. Then there's the same way explanation, so there's no difference. The difference is internal. Like if you look at it, it displays the same data. Okay, there's no data display difference. So internally, when it actually, so now I declared the linked list, right? So linked list as a string list. Now this become linked list instead of array list. So each element, like when you try to add this four, each element linked to each other, and then retrieval is the same as the array list. And this also, like student also, when you try to add all the student objects, each object is linked to each other, and displaying is also same. There's no difference. Like in the internal mechanism, it actually the way it stores the difference, but for us, like there's no difference. Like so, that's what linked list, array list difference. When you are using in the project most retrieval, like when you try to create on application on a collection, and when you are retrieving more frequently, then you can use array list. And if you are actually inserting more data, usually most of the projects, like 90% of projects, we insert few places and retrieve many places. We insert the data in few places and retrieve the data from multiple places. That is the reason we use array list only. We will not use linked list in. So far in my entire career, like out of 16 years, I did not use linked list actually at all. I use array list only. So but this is the important interview question they ask. What is the difference between array list and linked list? That's the important question. You need to answer like array list is both are dynamic arrays, but array list stores the data as indexes. And linked list stores the data as a doubly linked list concept. And array list is a faster retrieval because of indexes, and linked list is not good for retrieving, but it is good for adding new data, like adding and removing the data. So that's how you need to explain. Okay, you got it? Any questions?
Yeah. And then why did you have to give the absolute path for linked list?
That I don't know. Like this, I need to check. Okay, so it is not accepting.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And the second thing is it's not synchronized safe, right? There is something like vector and arrays are synchronized safe or something, right? There's another thing.
yeah, vector is this is a old legacy class, and I think I'm going to explain that next. Okay. So this is not a done vector. Next thing is vector.
No, even array list is
Can you come again? Say array list.
array list is thread safe or something, right?
Yeah, the thread. I'm actually threads array list is. There is no difference between array list and linked list regarding thread safe. There is difference between array list and vector. These both are same in case of thread safe. Both are not thread safe. If you look at this is not synchronized linked list, and array list also not synchronized. There is no difference. Array list also not synchronized. Hello, Syed, are you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So vector. So now vector, right? There's only one difference between array list and vector, which is the side tool, right? So array list is not array list and linked list are not synchronized. So vector is synchronized by default. So vector is very legacy class. So as I told in this first, what are the legacy classes? If you use legacy, so what is the legacy? I told it from Java 1 version. These classes are there, and vector is one of the legacy classes which is there from beginning, and legacy classes most of them we are not using. So in nowadays, the latest code, so, but just need to know the concept. So the popular question is what is the difference between array list and vector? So both are same. Array list, see, array list, vector, and linked list are same family. They are into same category. And the difference between array list and linked list, just now we saw array list and vector. What is the difference? Array list is not synchronized. That means it is not good for thread context, and vector is synchronized, so thread context we can use, and that is the only difference, and the rest of them are same, like array list and vector. So the program also, if you ask me, the same as array list. Okay, same as array list and linked list. You just need to change the program, and then put vector here, instead of array list, instead of linked list, put vector. That's it, vector. Rest of them are same. There is no difference. Retrieving and axing. You can even practice the vector also, no problem. But I think it is not worth of spending time on vector. We don't use that's this very legacy way of using, and we don't even so just only theoretically you need to know what is the difference between these all come like next. So there is a questionnaire I have put collections. So after at end of this collection course, did I put it? I will go through the questions. Okay, so after this, there is a core Java document. Let me open. So I will go through the questions after collection. So
So Chandra, basically from list, if we know array list pretty good, it's good enough, right?
yeah, array list and linked list. Yeah, array list only good enough. Side, no need to know
Yeah.
linked list also. Just theoretical concepts good. So this document has questionnaire. So I'm going to uh, walk you through all the questions. The question is like, what is iterator here? The first question, if you say, what is list iterator? Then these are a list after linked list. The questions come. Let me go through the questions. Yeah, here the question start like, so what is the difference between array list and linked list? Array list uses dynamic array, linked list uses doubly linked list. Arraying is not efficient for manipulation because it's a lot of shifting is required, and the linked list is efficient for the same way. What is the difference between hash table and hash map and hash table? So hash set and there's a vector and there's a question like these are all questions I will go through. These questions, if you are familiar, then you are good for interview. Okay, to attend the collection interviews. So these all I will go through once this I complete a collections concept. Okay, so let me continue this collection. Okay, so now array list, linked list is done. Let's move on to next collection, which is hash set. So set.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. So for synchronous and asynchronous, so we don't, the developer shouldn't define it already, because Java's coming, like you say now, array list, linked list is like not synchronized, both of them.
We don't need
So,
to do anything. It's internal automatically.
It's
when you
already.
use, yeah, already,
I see.
already.
Because in
Already.
JavaScript, the developer has to implement, like he had to define to make an asynchronous. Okay.
This already, like, if you declare array list is not synchronized by default, and if we use vector, it's a synchronized by default. We don't need to do anything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So now difference between list and set, basic difference, right? List, there's list and set also same way to add the elements. There's the only difference is list can contain duplicates element, whereas set will not allow duplicates. Set will allow only unique elements. So that is the only difference between list and set. Now let's talk about set. Has set. There's in set family, if you see like set category, how many are there? There are 4 there. 4 basically collections there in set. Sorry, 3 are there. Has set, linked has set, reset. So what is the difference between these set classes and list classes? List classes will allow duplicates and set will not allow duplicates. So has set. Let's look at the has set.
And Chandra, one more thing. It set doesn't maintain the insertion order either.
Set doesn't maintain interest. It maintains, right?
Insertion order.
No, it maintains.
Insertion. It does.
Yeah.
Not linked list like the hash set.
No, linked has set.
Reset. I mean.
No, sir. Let me complete. Okay, then we'll talk about this. Yeah, let's first complete. Then we will actually talk what are the differences.
Sure.
Yeah. So has set, right? So set, as I told, list and set basically. List will allow duplicates and set will not. That is the main difference, basic difference. So set has like 3 classes: has set, linked has set, reset. Has set basically like it uses the internally, like it uses the hash table to store, and it contains unique elements only. So this, what is the feature? Mainly this basic feature of hash set is it doesn't maintain duplicates. So there's one more thing, linked hash set. Linked hash set is same as hash set only. There's only one difference, it maintains instruction order. Hash set doesn't maintain instruction order, so there's no guarantee which order, like it shuffle and display any order. Okay, there's no different guarantee. Linked hash set is it maintains insertion order. Tree set also the same as hash set and linked hash set. It doesn't allow any duplicates. It actually maintains ascending order. That means by default this tree set, whatever the elements you put, it actually ascend the data. That means it actually maintains the sorting order by default. So that is the difference. Let me check how many, like 4 minutes left. So this set right, I'll make you practice, like next class set thing. But this basic difference is this one. Set doesn't allow duplicates, and hash set contains unique elements, and it basically linked hash set maintains instruction order, tree set maintains ascending order. So this difference I will show you with examples next class. So immediately after this class, I will send this video and the last week video, you can practice more like array list and a linked list with examples and come up with questions.
So all the sets doesn't allow duplicates.
Doesn't allow, all these classes doesn't allow
All the
duplicates.
class doesn't allow
Yes.
duplicates. Okay. Mhm.
Each one has a different feature. Has set basically doesn't allow
Yeah,
duplicates.
contain unique
And,
elements.
Yeah, this linked has set maintains insertion order. This maintains sorting order basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll practice the program. Okay, next week. So this.
Okay.
Yeah, every Sunday, as I told, class would be there. Be available for Sunday class. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, Syed, whatever you told is correct, but there is a difference. The order, right? Order is different between linked asset and reset.
Hmm.
Yeah, we will see the order also with examples. Okay. Yeah, next class.
Chandra, can you send me the exception handling exception videos also, please?
Oh, I
didn't get
didn't.
that.
I thought. Okay, I'll forward now immediately after this. I'll text you all three. Okay, once I send.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, thank you. That's all from today's class. We'll catch up next week.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.